congratulate UTEP on an awesome season. Making the tournament is as hard as it's ever been, and the coach and the coaching staff pretty well. They do a great job with their team, very well deserved. They made it really tough on us, and we had to earn it, and that's kind of what you want when you're at this stage. And we haven't played a match in 10 days, and it was pretty apparent there in the first two sets. But really proud of our group for just sticking with it and not letting the first two sets dictate the rest of the match. So hats off to them, and just really proud of our group for pulling it out.
Coach, when did you notice your team, start to shift their performance from the first two sets and then following on?
I mean, the third set, we had trouble passing the ball for the first kind of two sets, and we, play a pretty fast, aggressive style of volleyball offensively, and you can't really do that unless you pass. And I thought our passers did a really, really nice job just kind of settling in. Passing is really hard to do when you're not, feeling your best and maybe feeling a little nervous and anxious. But they did a great job of settling in. So I think it started there. And then we started to put a lot more service pressure on them in the third, fourth, and fifth set. So again, the first contact in volleyball, coaches talk about it a lot. It's really important, and just did a much better job as the match went on, settling into those two skills in particular.
Ladies, what happened, or what occurred during the season that really allowed you guys to be strong enough to pull off a reverse sweep? Because those are challenging in general.
You're so polite.
I was gonna say we've had a few reverse sweeps this season, and then just being down these first two sets and just being able to know that we have to go out and kill it and kind of gather ourselves the next three in order to win the game. I think just our ability to fight. We play in our gym. We focus on fighting and finishing in the gym and practice, and we just executed that today.
Coach, how important was Alexis' performance today, especially later on? You guys are
she's been a workhorse for us all season long. So we were talking about you saying that next to me, but she's had another excellent night. I mean, having double-digit kills in every single match that she's played in is really impressive. And I think there's a lot of differences between this year and last year. Last year she got a very high volume of sets because she was kind of one of our only options, and now we have a lot of players who can kill the ball. So defenses need to pay attention to some other people too. And Lex has a tremendous ability to score in a lot of different ways, using off-speed stuff, using her power, using her jump. But we needed somebody to step up and put a lot of balls away, and that's been Lex all season long.
Coach, Lydia had 12 kills on 16 attempts. What led to her having such an efficient night?
Well, you got to pay attention to Lex, and when you do that, it kind of opens up the middle of the court a little bit. And I will say, I've said this all season long, I think we have the best setter in the conference in Peyton. And it speaks to her skill set to be able to set the middle from off the net. And so our passers, don't ever feel like they need to be perfect in order to run our offense. And Peyton's ability to set the quick from anywhere from 8 to 14 feet off the net just really relieves a lot of pressure from our passers, but it really opens up our offense. So Lydia did a really nice job of staying patient there. As a middle, you want the ball a lot, and the pass needs to be to a certain point, and it wasn't there the first two sets, but she just stuck with it, and obviously had a really efficient night for us.
Here's Callie, you guys really cut down on your errors after the first two sets. What was the difference there after that?
I think there's just a belief in the back row, and I think kind of going off of what Aaron says is we have a setter and everyone else on the front row that kind of believes in us and takes a lot of pressure off of us. And so we just kind of are a little unit in the back row and, hold each other's hands before serve receiving and passing, and kind of just look each other in the eye and know, it's going to be okay. We've got each other, and even if it's off the net, one of us is going to step up and set it. So there's just a big belief in the back row and within our staff and our teammate and our bench and everyone to just kind of do our own job, and that kind of brings us a lot of confidence in the back row.
Now you have the challenge of the winner between Pitt and Moorhead State. What are your thoughts about that match to start?
Yeah, I mean, we were obviously excited to see our name on the selection show, and when you saw you're going to Pitt, for me it was really exciting. I think I know Dan really well. I've known him for a long time, and he's done a tremendous job building a really special program here where the community is really engaged, and it's one of the premier places to play volleyball. So just as far as just women's volleyball as a sport, the atmosphere here has looked incredible on film, and was just really excited for our group to come and compete here in the hopes that we would make it to the second round. And there's obviously no easy matches in the tournament. I think we have to look past what just happened in the last 2.5 hours with that. And obviously we know we have a big challenge ahead of us regardless of who wins this next match, and if it's Pitt, we want to play the best, and just really proud of the work that this group has put in for the last 1.5, 2 years to put ourselves in this position to potentially play the #1 team in the country.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.